Here with Joey Pasco and topic competitor in this event, Vidyata Wijaya. Is that how you say your name? Vidyata Wijaya?
Yes.
Okay, wow, that's incredible.
Yeah,
and,
it's the first thing he's pronounced right all weekend.
Really?
He had
so
a lot of
true.
trouble pronouncing Bertoncini.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to call it something else.
Bertonici.
I just started calling him Alex Burnton Forge Tender, and it just made sense. He beat Mono-Red in the quarters. So anyway, we're coming here to you live with coverage for SCG Live here at the Star City Games Open Series in San Jose. Standards in the books, and we're into the semifinals for the Legacy portion now. And here we have a great match between Ricky Wen and Iain Bartholomei. On the Iain Bartholomei side, we have the reigning champion, Goblins. He's playing a green blacklist. Nothing too tricky, except he only has 3 pile drivers and 3 war chiefs. He's playing some Warden Weirdings instead. And at the sideboard, he has access to Perish, Leila, and the Void, a couple things that aren't really going to matter too much in this matchup. On the other side, we've got Ricky Wen, and Ricky is playing an innovative black-white deck. It's got Stoneforge Mystic, Tide Hollow Scholar, Dark Confidant, Vampire Nighthawk, and Mother of Runes. A Vampire Nighthawk plus Mother of Runes, that's a combo, right?
Oh man.
Yeah, you just block and,
Genius.
and kill a guy every turn, right?
That is pretty good.
Yeah, and maybe not the greatest Legacy combo, but it's certainly something you can do.
It's a nice interaction.
Yep, and then for the spells, we've got Swords, Vindicate, Jite,
4 Vindicates.
4 Vindicates,
Yeah.
not 3.
No.
4 Vindicates. We
relevant.
have Jite, Sword of Fire and Ice, and Sword of Light and Shadow for those Stoneforge Mystics Defiant. Oh, turn 1 Lackey.
Yeah, I mean.
There are... Alright, better be a Mother of Runes for Ricky Wen here.
Does he have owls?
He also has Swords of Plowshares. So there's 2 different things you could do.
Yeah. 4 needles? This guy is hardcore.
Yeah, this guy's got 4 Pith Needle on his sideboard. It's probably just been Pithy Needle counterbalance players left and right all day long.
Yeah, when I played against him, he needled my top. So, like, he for certain Thoughtseize, he didn't take my top, so something's up, you know?
Yeah, you beat this person in round 4, right? You beat Ricky?
Around 5.
Round
actually.
5.
Yeah.
And then he just won the rest of his matches, and here he is in the top 8.
Yeah.
So Ricky leads on a swamp, and I think that means that Lackey is going to get a hit in, which is going to be a big issue. Lackey is so dangerous. For those who don't know what it does, it's an innocuous little 1/1 goblin for 1, and when it hits them, you can put a goblin from your hand onto the battlefield. No cost, no payment, no nothing, just play it for free. When Goblin Lackey first came out, it was like, oh, whatever, goblins are a joke, it'll be a nice little casual card. But when tribal sets came out, goblins became more supported.
Suddenly that lackey it was a lot more
It's also
threatening.
interesting that he gets a swamp.
Yes, we found a swamp.
Because, he's probably playing around, like, Wasteland, because he can't afford to have his land destroyed.
Right, exactly. It's so
Especially with the
crucial.
other guy has Lackey on turn 1.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, you can just play Lackey and hit with that and Wasteland everything
So
else.
was that lackey into matron?
Into
Yes.
Ringleader into hand. Yeah, so he's got Ringleader in
He's
his
got
hand,
Goblin Ringleader in his
Matron.
hand.
It wasn't CG and Commander, which is like the ultimate disaster.
Yep,
Oh,
it's,
double Lackey. And there's
Wow.
the Wasteland. I bet Ricky's glad he didn't go get
Scrubland.
a Scrubland there. Some confusion over there with the card Ricky's supposed to draw. I think he's receiving a warning potentially.
What is he receiving a warning for?
I'm not exactly sure, but the judge stopped him, and there are 2 cards now face down on the table. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but he had to reshuffle his library. So anyway, he goes black-white, and here comes Stoneforge Mystic. The 1/2 allow it to block those goblin.
It doesn't matter
Lackey.
if he has like 2 lackeys, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
He might have like a Gem Palm Incinerator, and we might see a blowout right here.
Interesting. So he went for Sword of Fire and Ice. That's kind of curious because I feel like maybe Jite might have been a cool play there, but obviously I've never played this black-white deck. I'd say Ricky probably knows what he's doing here.
Yeah, Sword of Fire and Ice is a great choice. I mean, pro red.
Yeah, pro red for sure.
May just be banking on that, you know. And
So he blocks 1 Lackey,
Yeah.
and that Lackey is probably going to show us a Ringleader here, I'd imagine.
so that's exactly what happened.
Yep, Ringleader comes down, Gem Palm Incinerator. Oh, so it only hits 2, Lackey and Incinerator. We have another Lackey.
To replace the one that just
Yeah, Goblins.
just
Goblins
got
is out
eaten.
of control right now. They have like the best,
Man.
not draws basically.
Yeah, Goblins is very strong.
Says, you know
Survival
what?
had
I
kept
think I'll play a
Goblins
lackey.
under lock, but without Survival, Goblins
What
is
is that?
back into business.
Mog War Marshal?
Yep, Mog War Marshal, the really innocuous Time Spiral Common. I remember when that started showing up in decks, people were like, what?
So,
Mog War Marshal.
Have people started complaining about Goblin Lackey yet?
Not that I know of. But.
Ban this 1-mana 1/1. It's too powerful.
So here comes a Dark Confidant from Ricky Wen. And finally you can see a Dark Confidant in action. I don't think we've seen a Confidant. No, we did see one in Brett Allen's feature match earlier today. But other than that, not very many Dark Confidants today.
There is a Gem Palm Incinerator to take that out
Yeah,
if he wants.
It's looking rough for Ricky Wen.
But he decides he wants to take out the
Stoneforge, because he has to trade
Stoneforge.
with the Dark Confidant.
right on.
I mean, it doesn't matter, right? Like, you want your opponent to have their confidence if you're playing red.
Yeah, when you're playing goblins, like go ahead,
Yeah.
go ahead, play your Bob. It's fine.
He's probably going to trade that Confidant with something.
Sick. Yeah, there's War Marshal tokens. Yeah. Ether Vial, which
Ether
we've
Vial's a little
seen.
late this game.
Yeah, but
Vindicate?
Is that what he flipped?
I think I saw Vindicate.
Okay. And Rasad's entering the battlefield. And this is looking rough for Ricky Wen here.
yeah,
And Ricky just packs it
it's
in.
like all right,
Yeah.
Done here.
4.5 minutes of playing
Alright,
against goblins.
so-
I scoop.
He would probably side up like all the discard spells.
Yeah, I mean, those engineered plagues are certainly coming in.
Yeah,
Do you think that's good though? Like, I think Inquisition would be fine, right, in the deck? Like,
Right, you just hit their lackey, like on the play,
Yeah.
definitely. You just hit their
yeah,
lackey.
yeah. I don't know about Thoughtseize still. Like, what do you think?
right.
I mean,
maybe shave some
I mean, the
Thoughtseize.
thing is, after sideboard, I think your plan is just to get to engineered plague.
Right.
So I think all your discard spells help you to that end. You got some Path to Exile on the sideboard you can bring in for another removal spell.
It seems pretty awkward. Like giving them a land, you know.
Yeah,
I guess it's better than dying, right?
Yeah.
Goblin lackey.
Should I give you a land or lose?
Or give you a free goblin. Like, land or free goblin, I'll have to give you the land.
So Engineered Plagues and
So yeah, Engineered Plague's definitely coming in. That might be the only card. Maybe the one path, maybe the one
that was
Diabolic Edict.
fast. Did he finish sideboarding?
Wow.
He got this down. Well, he played against Goblins in the quarterfinals, so he probably knows
Yeah, exactly.
what to do.
And
How's the Jerry matchup?
who knows? We don't know. Iain Bartholomei, on the other hand, I don't know what he's sideboarding in. I'm looking at the list right now. I mean, maybe Pyrokinesis is that good in this matchup? Probably not. You don't want to throw away the card. Goblin Chieftain potentially. I don't know what you really take out. Maybe, I don't even know if I can't think of what you'd sideboard here, but I don't know. Listeners at home, would you bring in Pyrokinesis in this matchup? Would you bring in Goblin Chieftain or the one Sting Scourger out of the sideboard? I don't think so.
Yeah, it's an interesting situation because I mean obviously the Goblin deck is built on its own synergies and you don't want to break those up too much, and it's almost like he really doesn't have. I mean, bring in a Goblin Chieftain because why is it not in the main deck? Like. Maybe is Sharpshooter any good in this matchup? Maybe bring in a Chieftain instead?
Sharpshooter seems okay. Can gun down Dark Confidant.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Maybe it can take down Mother of Runes. It also can just, combo finish them.
Okay, so keep the Sharpshooter then.
I mean, the Sharpshooter might not be necessary.
Maybe cut an Incinerator's good too.
I mean, if you want to be aggressive, you could potentially just cut the Sharpshooter for that Goblin Chieftain.
Right. It's just one of those, like, situations where I feel like you don't even want to break up the main deck.
Yeah.
Because you start sideboarding, you over sideboard, and now you don't have those synergies. Your Goblin ringleaders aren't hitting more goblins. You're hitting Pyrokinesis, right,
Exactly.
or Mindbreak Trap or something. So I don't know.
And for those at home, what Pyrokinesis does is it's a red pitch spell, same one as Force of Will. You can remove it from your hand, or remove a red card in your hand to cast it for free and deal 4 damage divided how you choose.
Yep.
So it's kind of a trippy little card.
It's like
Here's Patrick Chapin.
And here's Patrick Chapin. Hello, Chapin. Doing great. How are you doing?
Fantastic. Never been more proud of Jerry a day in my life. Sounds like he has not actually split away the entire top 8.
Wow.
For once.
That's impressive.
He didn't split top 4.
He's been a splitter.
He offered.
Oh,
Just declined.
he did?
Yeah, he got no cert.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I think his opponent beats like LSV, like to make top 8, and then they're playing like the same deck like Jerry and LSV are playing the same deck, so he probably thought his advantage.
Hey,
Like,
what is he playing?
the junk deck, like where is it? Yeah, it's like standard junk with like 3 offs, like 3 vindicates, like the can't be right.
Wait, Vindicate. There's very few cards in the deck better than Vindicate. Like, if you're going to go to the trouble of being able to cast Vindicate, why would you not want 4?
Yeah. Thoughts on Mox Diamond and Pernicious deck?
Not a fan.
I mean, you know,
I mean, I've seen worse.
it's a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you just have to have your anti-synergies. There's only 2 Pernicious Deeds in the deck list, so
Right.
in the matchups where you really need them, you know, Affinity and so on, maybe you're okay.
How's Affinity doing? Any Affinity in the top 16 or?
Affinity, one in Affinity deck went undefeated.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Didn't
Yeah.
drop
He's
his
like-
up
Did not drop a. Did it drop a game?
Yeah, yeah.
Dropped a game, but did not
yeah,
drop
I'm sure
it.
last game. Yeah.
You're like XO3 or something? Like,
No, XO. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Exo
X
drop.
equals 1.
Exo drop.
Yeah, Patrick Chapin with the 1-0 drop, Affinity. Taking a match off
So-
Alex Tamblyn.
Oh,
It
really?
was the best thing that happened to him, though. He put in the draft challenge.
Yeah,
and
and-
came in 3rd.
No, no.
Wait, what?
He top 8'd.
Oh, he top 8'd.
He changed his flight to play in the top 8, and he refused to split, and he lost first round.
See, I can't.
That's not your
That's
fault.
not my responsibility.
Oh yeah, it's like the best thing ever that happened to him. He probably killed himself. I haven't seen him in a while.
A loose definition of the best thing ever.
Yeah, well,
Man, we've heard about
mileage may vary for like different people.
mileage may vary. Great.
All right, so back to the match. It restarted, and we did have a turn 1 lackey from Iain this game, but Ricky was able to play Tide Hollow Stellar, which is really going to slow down that lackey.
Oh, take the jump ball.
I don't know. Have you seen this deck, Chapin? It's pretty interesting. It's like a black-white deck with Vampire, Nighthawk,
Yeah, this
other
deck
runes.
top 8'd last week.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. We were talking about Nighthawk earlier. I mean, it trades with Tarmogoyf profitably. You know, you put it from Tarmogoyf, you gain 2 life, kills off their Goyf.
Wait.
The thing that's weird about it is this version doesn't have Ether Vial on it.
Oh.
That's
Wow.
really weird.
There are no Ether Vials. That is kind of strange. And I mean, it's got some hate for goblins. It's got 3 engineered plagues in the sideboard.
This
Shouldn't
seems
be
like it
too
could be
weird.
potentially tough for goblins too, with like Jitte, Plows,
Yeah.
lots of removal, no real bad cards.
Just some.
Nighthawk. How funny is it? Vampire Nighthawk kind of actually can kick goblins' ass.
Just some breaking news here. The new writer, the super secret writer, has been confirmed as Brad Nelson.
Wow. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Star
so
City.
Brad Nelson, new premium writer.
Go check it out right now. The site just refreshed on Star City.
Yeah.
So
Is he still gonna ride for Channel Fireball or not?
we don't know.
Hey, look at that. There's Patrick
Might
Chapin's
say
article.
his
too.
article. Go check it out.
Am I gonna get shot for mentioning Channel Fireball? I'm just kidding.
No, it's all good.
It's cool. You can say whatever you
There
want.
are
As well,
friends here.
you just don't use profanity.
Profane command.
All right, so Goblin Ringleader. Is that going to be full 4 cards and a Ringleader off that Ringleader? That's just brutal. Absolutely brutal.
Do you like keeping the sort of life and shadow? I mean, light and shadow in this matchup?
I don't know. Didn't you leave Sword Light Shadow in, Pat?
Nah,
Probably
No,
not.
probably
right?
not. It's too slow. You got enough other things. Like you got to make room for an awful lot of. You got a lot of good cards coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you might even want Pitting Needle. I don't know. Engineer Plague, Path. I mean, I don't even know how many of those. It seems like he's got a good configuration. So anything that's not
It's
great.
like,
Yeah, so that Hollow card just flops so many good cards down. It's rough.
Takes a Warren
All
Weirding.
right, cool.
Was that Warren Weirding that he took?
A Warren Weirding, yeah.
so. Yeah, this is looking like a blowout. Unless he can't even like. Does he have outs? He can draw Engineered Plague.
Yeah, I mean, if
it
he-
doesn't do anything.
No, but Goblin Chieftain shuts it down. How
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that?
yeah, exactly.
Like, the Chieftain is a really good answer for Engineered Plague.
That's why there's one in the sideboard. No.
I mean, there's also one in the main deck, too. So he can play 2, and even beat 2 Engineered Plagues.
Alright, we should probably stop.
All right,
Oh,
so
man. Alright, so Ian's alright. Alright, let's go aggressive. Attacks. And
So
looks
Oh,
like that
man.
Chieftain's going to trade off.
okay, yeah. Did he let the
Oh, and there's 2 pile drivers. Maybe he had to block the pile drivers here. Jeez.
Oh yeah, we didn't see them.
Oh, man. Those pile drivers are quite the beating. Yep, and he just packs it in.
wow.
Ricky, quick 0-2 loss.
wow.
This is what your audience want to watch. A beat down.
Goblin beatdown.
A bunch of sadists are watching the show.